Well, we just happen to have Alex Rodriguez here from Benertex, and Benertex is the company that produces Paula's beautiful Kaleidoscope fabrics, which we carry. In fact, I was just at Quilt Market, and we saw the new line.
Quilt new ones?
Yes, and we bought a pile of it.
I'm happy to hear that.
And
Thank you very much.
Yeah, what kind of reaction did you get?
Fantastic reaction. Overall, everybody loved all your new fabrics.
I also want to say, I also like cutting it in very simple, like using it in the puzzle quilts, and using it in simple triangles and not in a kaleidoscopic way.
So you too can have a piece of Paula Nadelstern.
The first one of the ones that I made for an exhibit called Yardworks, and the idea, they all had to be 36 inches. It's a difficult quilt. As a quilt, it was one of the most difficult ones I ever did. I actually had to draw it out to 36 inches, and then there is the basic, that basic wedge, but it's not the identical wedge over and over again the way that you've seen up until this point. Then when it was finished, I realized it was 37 inches, and there was no way I was whacking any of it off. So I quickly had to make this for the same theme of Yardworks. And so this is the view out of my 9th floor kitchen window, just about this time of year, or maybe just a month into, close to April, when I can see I'm on the 9th floor looking down on the trees, and then through the trees I see this little bits of color, and it's actually the tulip beds. I made my Brooklyn Bridge, and there is a kaleidoscope in here. I always wanted to do a black and white kaleidoscope. I always wanted to do a kaleidoscopic sky, and this is the center point of the kaleidoscope right there. Same idea of the wedge, but what I wanted was that sense of the sparkling kaleidoscope, in the water. And in order for you to see the circle, I have to have a lot of contrast from fabric to fabric, so your eye actually sees the shape. Tree grate, inspired by a tree grate on 57th and 53rd, and it is 53rd and 7th. And one day walking over from the subway, you're just walking along in New York, and you go, oh my God, it's a kaleidoscope, and there was this wonderful wrought iron tree grate. What I did here was I made lots of little 22 and a half, like these. And I'm stripping in this gray all over fabric as a lattice, like over and over, to get that sense of the stained glass. But I made like 12 different 30-degree triangles, skinny little triangles, and then after the fact, I paired them up. So it's the off-center variety. A couple of things about this kaleidoscope, this quilt. First of all, it is on the list of the 100 best quilts of the century, which is a great honor. And but the biggest honor really was having an exhibit here, in this museum. And I have actually gifted this quilt to the museum because I know they will, appreciate it and take good care of it. So it's called Big Red Forest Line, and it is made really in straight lines like this. Like 8 inches wide and about, 30 inches long or something, or 40 inches long. And that was also made for the Manhattan Quilters Guild traveling exhibition, and which was called Times Squared, and which means nothing. And this quilt was called It's About Time because it was about time I did something different. But I look at really what is the shape of a snowflake. Because if I make the kaleidoscopes, I don't know what it's going to look like until it's finished, and I don't care. That's just my personality. But in terms of the snowflake, I don't make pink ones or green ones. I want it to be the icy blue of the snowflake. And here again, what I learned from this was to use the common dark blue background to get that lacy effect.
Thank you so much for the tour today, Paula.
It's
and
my pleasure.
Mark Lipinski from Quilters Home is here too. And what'd you think of the tour?
I was amazed. When I first parked my car on 53rd Street and was walking down the street toward the museum, I saw a big banner that announced the show with Paula's name on it. Well,
I know, being a banner on 53rd Street is about as good as it gets.
Congratulations, Paula.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you for coming so far. I appreciate it. It means a lot.
5,000 more quilts in your future, baby.
Oh, I hope so. From your lips to God's ears.